Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're on our way to Palos Verdes. It's actually one of the locations that I mentioned in the 5 locations video in LA for, I said engagement sessions, but it works for other things too. We've done some engagement sessions here before. Today we're going to be doing a headshot session. And the headshot session is for, there's a mosquito in this car. I don't even like killing bugs. Get out. So today's session is going to be a headshot session. We shot his wedding, Jasmeet. It must have been like 8 years ago, maybe more. Time is flying. So we're doing their headshots today. He has a few therapists that work with him, for him. So we're gonna put the website somewhere on the screen right now. And so they need, obviously, people want to know who they're working with. They want to know, at least put a face to the name. So that's kind of the idea behind what we're doing. And Jasmeet sees the value in that. He sees the value in having something that looks better than just using an iPhone to take the photos. There's nothing wrong with it. And if you don't have the budget, it is what it is. But, with them, we're going to hook them up. We're going to do a bunch of individuals. We're going to do some groups. And the idea is going to be to keep them mostly in the shade, but we're still going to use a little bit of lighting. Now, why would you want to use lighting if you're going to be in the shade anyway? You can get away with shooting with available light, but when you use a little bit of off-camera lighting that's very soft, like we're going to do today with the softbox that we have, it's really going to shape the light in their faces. So it'll iron out any, to a certain degree, right? Any wrinkles, any dark circles. It just gives the face a little bit more life. I'm showing you guys some samples of using a softbox and not using a softbox so you can kind of see the difference. There's nothing wrong with the available light one, but we're going to use a little bit of off-camera flash. And we are going to stay in the shade, however, because for the most part, because right now it is very harsh outside. Not the worst, but it's not the optimal time to shoot. It's going to be about 9 a.m. by the time we're shooting. And like I always say, if I'm going to schedule a session, I want to schedule it in the afternoon if this was like a normal engagement session type of thing, because the lighting gets better and better as you're shooting, as they're getting more comfortable in front of the camera. When you shoot in the morning, this is why I don't do sunrise sessions, and also because why wake up early when you can shoot in the afternoon, is because as they're getting more and more comfortable, the light gets worse and worse and worse in those scenarios. Like I said, today is a very controlled environment, so we don't have to worry about that. But that's the reason why we choose to do sunset instead of sunrise, and because I like my sleep, because sleep is important, guys. So we're gonna be using the AD100 today. We're gonna be, because we don't need a ton of power. We're not gonna be blasting at full power in the shade area. We're gonna put the numbers, what we use to shoot, so you guys can get a good idea. When I give you guys the numbers, I don't expect you guys to go and copy exactly that. It's just to give you an idea of a range of what your power could be like, what your aperture, what your shutter could be like in a similar situation. Don't copy the exact numbers and think that you're going to get exactly the same result. It'll just be in the ballpark. So it's just kind of to get you a baseline. Yeah, so AD100 softbox from Godox. And we're going to be not using because last time when we used a softbox, we used the grid. In case we did some wide shots, I didn't want it to spread all over the place. But today, since that's not really the case, we're going to take off the grid, and we are going to use the deflector plate, which I forgot to mention last time. We actually did use it on that session. The deflector plate, what it is when the flash, the AD100, hits into the softbox, if it hits directly like this, straight into it, it's going to cause a little hot spot in the middle. When you put the deflector plate in front of the AD100 or whichever flash you're using, the flash is going to hit that plate. It's going to bounce light back into the softbox. It's going to hit basically a bigger surface area on the softbox, and then it's going to shoot the light forward. So you're essentially killing any sort of hotspot. So it's just the quality of light is going to be a little softer. Is it going to kill a little bit of light? Of course it's going to kill a little bit, because there's always opportunity cost. You're not going to get something for nothing. You get softer light, you're going to lose a little bit of intensity out of your flash. So out of your light, not necessarily the flash. The flash has the same power. It's the light output is going to be a little bit less, just because you're hitting it forward and then it's coming back and then bouncing back out. I think we'll do a little experiment one of these days where we do it with the deflector plate and without, to see both the quality and the intensity difference. But today we're just going to do it like that, because I know we don't need a ton of light. We're going to be using the MagMod MagStand, of course, just in case we need to boom the flash or change the angle a little bit in a situation where I know it'll look better if it's a little from above or whatever the case. I'm going to have Alexis holding the flash. That's why I have an assistant on a headshot session. Could you have brought sandbags and just kept the light stand, like that, or bought like a boom arm that would angle the light? Yeah, you could do all that. But to me, I'd rather have Alexis, A, to help out with that angle, and B, also to film content behind the scenes and give you guys more of what we do. So we're gonna get there in a few minutes. We're gonna get some coffee because we haven't had any, and then we're gonna get started, unless they're super early, which Jasmeet is notorious for being early. So we'll see. And then, yeah, any questions, guys, that you have, let me know. We did the giveaway yesterday for the IT32. I spoke with the Godox rep that I normally speak with, and he liked that idea because I didn't even tell him I was giving stuff away. I'm like, listen, you guys sent me 4 of these. I don't need 4. So I think they're going to be sending us stuff to give away as well. So hopefully, like I said, that's not the reason you guys are subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys are actually learning and, you know, new things are being put into your minds. And it's not just to win goofy stuff. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, you know, the little news on that. Yeah, let's go shoot. Let's go have fun. So this is the deflector plate I was talking about. What it does is when you attach it into the softbox, and we'll show you guys how we do that as well, it's basically going to live right there. What it's going to do is it's going to bounce flash into this, spread it back into a larger area, and then bounce it back out. So that's kind of the idea. You do take this off in order to close this softbox into a very compact situation here. So you can't leave it on and do it like that. So one thing you could do is you could leave it in there and then close it up, I guess, for transporting. So what it is, it's basically like 2 little push buttons that you press. That's in order to close it down. In order to open it up, all you have to do is push it, find the little stick right there, and then it clicks. Once it clicks, it's completely solid, just like that, and then you just want to close that in order to enclose all the light. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the deflector plate. So you go in here, and I'll film a close-up of this so you guys will be able to see, and then you just twist it on. Now it's on. Deflector plate is on there. Flash is going to hit like that, bounce back, and then give us a nice softer light. This is the grid that I was talking about that we're not going to use today, so it's all just Velcro, so it's nice and quiet. So that's that. We're not going to use it today, so we're just going to take it off. And this is also Velcro, so you can open it up if you needed to, but since they put the zipper on the side right here, you can just stick your hand in there, make any changes that you need to. With the S3 bracket, which I forgot to mention, that is also part of the kit today, it is just a matter of pushing this thing in there, and then you're going to twist it until you hear a click. So you may be better off opening this in order to situate yourself. Once you hear the click, you know that it's on, and now it's good. And then to angle it, you can use the handle right on the side over here. So easy peasy. There we go. And obviously, like I said, MagStand, one of the biggest things, if Alexis needs to boom the light, he's just going to hold it like this and then just kind of angle it wherever we need. What's up, Jasmeet? Who wants to go next? Next victim. No. See that one? Just looking at me, who's next? Who's next? Good things out of the pockets, even though, again, we're not going to see it in this one. That should be fine. I won't see it because I'm going to go pretty close on this one. Yeah. Alexis, let's raise the flash a little bit. I forget, do you have a side that you like better than the other? No? Okay. Damn right. Come forward a little bit and a little bit more right there. I'm going to have you turn your body a little. And even though we're not seeing it, we're going to do the hand in the pocket right there, just like that. Good. Let me just test it out. Just because of your glasses, I may need to adjust my lighting, but I'll let you know. Hold that right there. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. Let me check. I'm going to have you rotate with me a little bit. Alexis, we're going to move the light a little too. Right there. Rotate this way. Keep going. The body. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Good. Hold that. Looking this way. 1, 2, 3. Let me check one thing. Alexis, bring the flash a little higher, and you're going to bring it a little closer. So let me have you bring it like right over here. And then tilt it down slightly. To earn the tight shirt. Right around there. Yep. Yeah, that should be good. Nice. Ready, Fidel? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Yep, that's it. Nice. 1, 2. His smile even looks better. Nice. Good. Nice. Awesome. Very cool.
I love it.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you. Nice. Alexis, you know what? I think I might have you boom this one.
Yes.
So go ahead and take it off.
You know what I mean? And I'm just not like that. I will add
There we
it,
go.
but I'm not going to fight with it. And then they say like, okay, and then she keeps fighting. And I was like, they already said it's fine.
There we go. Bring it a little closer. Let me see. I think that should be good right there. Good. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Right, and it's even my
Good.
chest
1,
and
2. Chin up a little tiny bit. There we go. Because I'm shooting from above. Nice. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. Good. And let's look a little happier for one. Nice. Nice. Good. Ready.
Not always, but like a doctor's appointment, like certain things.
Awesome. Very cool.
And yeah,
Like,
Because
not look happy.
no, because since I'm shooting from above,
know,
that's why I
it
told you
feels
chin up a
weird
little
to-
bit.
I know.
Yeah.
I was-
I know we have like 1,000 of you, but we're gonna update it even again. There's a few more, wisdom hairs. Yeah. Let me have you nice and high because we got a tall one. There we go. Nice. Good. So I'm gonna have you looking this way. Let me have you rotate your body a little this way. There we go. A little more. And then let's do the hand. Yeah, there you go. Hold that right there. I'm just gonna check my lighting. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let me see something. Nice. And again, 1, 2, 3. Good. One more. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. So if you watched our previous video about the locations, we're driving actually right now. And if you haven't, check out the video about the 5 locations in LA County. We're driving right now in the area where I mentioned where right there the camera hit because it's so bumpy in this area in Palos Verdes. So if you come out here, be very careful. I'm showing you guys on the map the area where it is just a mess just because of all the ground shifting. So the road is always new because they're always fixing it. But in any case, we just wrapped up, hold on, the headshot session. It went really smoothly. Some of the people that Jasmeet had today, we've worked with them in the past, so they knew the deal. Like as soon as they showed up, they're taking things out of the pockets, they're putting things down, they know exactly where to stand. Like it's very easy, but it's still our job to make sure, okay, the hair is not separated. So a lot of the times with ladies, if they put their hair, they don't notice that the strands are all separated. So you have to tell them, just, bring your hair together so it doesn't look messy at all. They're gonna notice those things. So if I notice them, I'll mention it to them so we can fix it in the moment. One thing that Alexis was doing a lot also is one thing we teach our assistants is use your front-facing camera on your phone. So you put it on and you show them so then they can fix themselves however they want. They really appreciated that. I know Nazi actually mentioned it. She goes, oh, thank you. Like it helped her see exactly what it was gonna look like before we even took the photo. So all in all, really, really good. The AD100 did amazing, didn't miss a beat. Speaking of beat, I'm gonna say beep. I put the beeping on. The reason for that is I was shooting at half power, full power, quarter power. There were some times where I was shooting 16th power, but I wanted to know when it was fully recycled. Even though I always do the countdown, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it more to recycle the flash than I am for our subject, although it does help them to kind of get ready. But realistically, what I'm doing is I'm giving the flash a little time to catch up. So I turned the beep back on, I would hit it, I would hear the beep, and then I would just continue shooting. It kept up amazingly. I think it only misfired one time out of a few hundred, just because either I clicked it too quick or I don't know, whatever. Nothing is perfect in this world. So I think it only misfired once out of a few hundred. I'll take that. And yeah, overall it was exactly as I expected. Using the flash deflector, it didn't really affect as far as power. I was still able to get more than enough out of the flash. There were a couple of times where I was shooting and I had to lower the flash. Like I said, I even went down to like 1/16 on some of them. AD100 with a softbox, as long as you're not shooting into bright sunlight, you're going to be completely fine. And even if you're shooting into bright sunlight like you guys are seeing right now, we gave them some extra shots at the end. I told Jasmeet and I said, hey, do you guys want to do a few more with some green in the back? I know we don't usually do that, but why not? We're here. It took us an extra 5 minutes and we gave them a few extra shots. At that point, the flash was at full power because I was shooting at high speed sync, 2.8, really fast shutter speed. So we were just squeezing everything out of the flash, but it was more than enough. It was plenty for what we needed. So all in all, guys, for a headshot session, AD100 will get you by even if it's not in the most perfect lighting, meaning, a little bit more harsh. It will not overheat, which is wonderful because like I said, I had that with the first generation, but the second one has been tremendous. And MagStand was amazing. If you have an assistant, using that boom option is godsend because it allows us to adjust the angle a lot more. And I know what people are going to say. Can't you just close the legs and then hold it up? Of course you can. But after an hour and a half of shooting, Alexis's shoulders would have been enormous with, you know, that double the weight. So yeah, overall, really successful shoot. I'm going to go home right now, edit a little bit, have a client meeting, and yeah, we're just going to keep working. And this video should be up in a day or two. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Any questions that you have, leave them below. And if you found our content helpful, feel free to subscribe. Thank you, guys.